grab a cup of coffee, and meet your next favorite author. Nothing's off limit on Hotseat.
Hi, Sophie. It's been forever since we've met up again.
I know. I missed you.
Yeah, I think I got to know you in 2005, and we were in the same Houston chapter together. Oh, the three of us.
Three of us.
Those were the days.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
When, we like gathered in person and
and actually knew each other's names. And
yes.
Well, now we are here to talk about Firelight. I'm like all excited about your first dragon series. We are here to talk about your
Spellcast
that has that is a, now let me understand this, prequel to Firelight series.
So I do have something to show. It just came in the mail. I have the final press. There it is.
Beautiful. It's
the book we're talking about. It's very, I had a lot of input, and they listened. I have the dragon shadow on her face. So the best way, it was so funny. Someone just tagged me in a reel reviewing it, and I was like, gosh, that was good. She did a better job than I ever could of talking about this book.
Wonderful.
Firelight is a YA trilogy I wrote back in 2012.
Yeah.
And I revisited it in 2025. We're in 26. So in 24, I revisited it with A Fire in the Sky. So this is the origin story for that YA series.
Okay.
But this is adult, so it's full open page, sexy times, romance, and it's a duology followed by Spellcast, which the paperback just came out. And then I wrote what's coming out now is Spellcast. So it's set in the same world.
Okay.
But it is a standalone. So I was like, there's getting to be a lot of books in this series. This is book 6. So I was let me just take a book and write a story with new characters in the world of A Fire in the Sky and Firelight, where a new reader could come into it and not be lost. But there's cameos from previous characters.
Yeah. Now, the Firelight one was optioned a long time ago.
Been optioned multiple times. Yes.
Are you helping with a series of 6 novels?
I did get some renewed interest when A Fire in the Sky came out. So you never know. I do feel like it's a little easier today than it was in, say, 2010 and 12 for something to make that leap into an actual adaptation, just because of all the platforms that exist now, right? All the streaming platforms that are there. But, I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. I'm just writing my books. And if something like that happened, that would be amazing. But it is really exciting to see so many beloved romance novels being adapted right now.
It is crazy how many are. And the romantasy novels and the dragon series on Netflix and Prime and stuff.
I know. I'll be eager to see Fourth Wing's been picked up, and Abigail Owen, one of her series, has been picked up. So for Prime, I think they're both. So I'm here.
Sherry, Sherry, I have to ask you. In Spellcast, Arden is invisible, and Tag is a dragon.
Yes.
This is an odd couple. How did you? How did you come up with this?
It's so funny. I always have a story I want to tell in my in your stable as an author, we have a stable of ideas that are always there, and you're I always want to write a book about, and fill in the blank. I always wanted to write a book about a protagonist that was forced into invisibility but still has to walk among her life, and she is unseen and forgotten. It's always been a story I wanted to tell, but where would that fit into the books I'm, contracted to write, my brand that I'm sort of expected to be writing? So it finally was the time for it. It happened. So in my Fire in the Sky books, dragons exist, dragon shifters exist, witches exist. So I was well, what if a lot of ideas for books. That's the question that starts it all, is what if?
Sure.
But what if a witch cursed this character to be invisible and she is alone and forgotten? And it's just, I love writing characters that go through it, it's very, I think that period of time when she's, this period of time through the beginning of the book, she's invisible. It's the anguish is acute,
Well, and it's such a crazy, unique idea, because you don't just say, oh, she's invisible, but she can still communicate with people, or she can still affect space and time. I mean, she is truly forgotten.
Yeah, I really, with my editor asking questions, we really kind of had to figure out those rules. Like, how does she exist? Does she leave footprints? If she eats something, is it then gone? Like all those little things that you don't think about when you're coming up with the original conceit, you then have to wade into once you start writing the book and figuring out what kind of footprint is an invisible person, right. Metaphorically, what kind of footprint is she leaving on the world? And then I knew that, as a writer, we anticipate and work towards these moments, these turning points in the book. And I knew there would be the turning point where she is finally seen. And in this case, she's seen by a dragon, because dragons are magical creatures. Since she is cursed by a witch, she is
magical in her own right.
Yeah, she is magical. She is caught in, she is become, as she lives under the curse, she herself is of magic. So, and I think in one of the, and it's always fun when something you establish in a previous book comes back to help you. So it was in A Fire in the Sky. Before I even had the idea of my Invisible Girl book, I came up with that magic can't magic itself. Like a dragon who is a magical creature, a cursed invisibility spell isn't going to work on him. Like he can see her. Like humans can't see her, but he can see her instantly. And then, and thinking about that, I was like writing a scene where she's finally visible. And what's that like? By a hottie. And who can, by this hot dragon shipper.
Right.
You can see her.
Hot literally and figuratively.
Exactly. You can touch her. And then thinking and really reveling in that moment, that scene where I'm like, I'm going to write the first time in 10 years she has felt another person, or in this case, a dragon shifter, has touched her. And what that feels like, how, I mean, are we PG here? Are we PG-13? Are we
Nothing's off limits.
I mean, can you imagine you haven't been touched in 10 years and you skipped that whole, you went through adolescence, watching your friends making out, get married, having kids, you're the shadow in the room.
Missed all of it.
You've seen it. You've seen sex happen, but you've missed everything. And then suddenly this haughty dragon shifter touches you. I'm like, yeah, she might just orgasm on the spot. Like that might be all she needs to get the job done. So yeah, there.
Welcome, viewers.
But it is true, and it's an important moment in the book when she is seen for the first time,
right,
and then touched for the first time, and actually appreciated for the first time, because even as before she became invisible, she was just sort of a side character to her family. They were all doing things, and she was controlled by what her father wanted, and didn't really get what she wanted. So having him see her and touch her and want her. I mean, he, instead of frying her,
I know. Instead of
he took her back.
Yeah,
took her back to his place.
Yeah, I mean, I'm joking aside, there's the physical impact, but there's a heavy emotional impact to all of that as well.
Yeah. It's fabulous. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I saw on social media you said it releases tomorrow.
So it releases on the 28th.
Okay.
When is this airing? Because I always wonder how.
Probably 15th tomorrow.
Okay. So it will be released on the. Oh, I know what you saw, Sarah. So it releases on the 28th, but I offer pre-orders through my local independent bookstore, which is Katie Budget Books. So like tomorrow would be the last day. If you want to get it signed with some swag, I have these bookmarks I got made.
Pretty.
With a quote. So if you want to get a signed copy with swag by release day, tomorrow would be the last day to order through Katie Budget.
Okay.
And that's Katie Budget Books in Houston, Texas. So Google it.
It is. It's a great little indie bookstore. We're pretty lucky in Houston. We have, I feel like indie bookstores, this is sort of like the era of the indie bookstore. They're actually, who would have known 5-6 years ago when we were so worried about them surviving through the pandemic? They are thriving now, I feel like.
I'm so glad to hear that. Are you doing a book tour with them and Murder by the Book?
I am not. I've debated. So it's been a crazy summer,
My kid graduated.
Right. I have my youngest graduating high school and he's about to go off. My daughter got married. My mother passed away in February. So it's like been like a really wild time, a turning point changing. And on top of that, I wrote a new book that'll be out in 2027. That is nothing like, it's not a romantasy novel. It's not like anything I've ever written before. So I'm like, this is interesting. So like, it feels like a turning point in my life. I'm about to embrace, just empty nesting. And then I'm going to write a whole new thing, I'm excited.
That's exciting. Wow.
So stay tuned. There'll be an announcement about it. So just, it's not dragons. It's not romantasy. It's a whole new ballpark.
Excellent.
I just have to ask, are you all hearing the lawnmowers outside?
Yeah.
I hear it a little bit. At first I was like, is that an airplane? What is that?
No, I'm sorry. They're outside. They're the lawn service.
What are you going to do?
It's going to be something.
I'm waiting for like UPS or something to drive up.
Yeah, to ring it. All we need is a doorbell to ring, and then your dogs in the house will go nuts.
Yeah.
It's that kind of a podcast today.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, my biggest memory with you is you and I went out to lunch in Houston years ago. I think maybe my first book was out, or maybe it would have been just written, and you had introduced me to your agent Maura, who hooked me up, and I was saying something like, well, I'm really not sure about my next novel, and maybe it's going to be this, and maybe it's going to be that, and you literally proceeded without taking a breath, without me even going, you plotted my entire next novel. You were like, and this should happen, and that should happen, and then we can have this go and that go. And it went on for like 20 minutes. You had a whole book. And I just sat there and stared at you, because plotting to me is A, impossible, and B, painful. And you just gush out. How long has this happened for you? Were you doing this as a kid?
I mean, that's so funny. I'm like, gosh, that sounded like a lot of ego of me to do that. Let me tell you this.
All I could think of is I didn't bring a pen. I was trying to remember.
I really wish that I could write every idea I ever get. Some ideas aren't worth, the light of day. Like I do have ideas that don't need to be written into books, but I do have fun coming up with ideas. Like the story concept and plotting and brainstorming is always the greatest joy for me. Writing is hard. I love having written, right? But there are scenes in the book that I look forward to and I can't wait to get into. But then you have like to get to those points that you're reading so much.
To build.
We came up with the idea for the book. It was like when I often come up with the idea for the book, it's very often because of one or two scenes like that. Those are the moments I want to tell. And that's probably why I do sometimes jump around and write books out of order. But have I always been that way? I think I've always been a dreamer for sure. When I was an adolescent, I would start stories in spiral notebooks, never finish them. Just like,
Oh, wow.
I would get swept up in an idea for a story when I was even 16, and I'd start filling out the pages with spiral. And it wasn't until I was much older that I like forced myself, acquired the discipline to like finish a book. But no, I love brainstorming. I wish, like I could do whole writers retreats where we just brainstorm. That's it. Like we sit and talk.
Let's
do it.
I'll be there.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I mean, I don't know if my agent knows when to take me seriously, because sometimes I come at her with ideas after ideas after ideas.
Right.
And a lot of times she's like, that's great. But then the next time we talk, I have a different, I've moved on. Like, so she's probably you just got to take Sophie Jordan with a grain. Like, is this going to be a real thing? I know. Yeah. Or is this just her going through her phases of ideas?
Did she just see a headline on TV and now she's got a book?
I mean, sometimes it's funny. Sometimes I'm so enamored with an idea. I'm like, this is definitely the next thing. And then surprise, it's not. It's a different one. So.
But, you have been in so many different genres that I am amazed you were able to bring your readers along. I've seen many writers switch from like historical romance to, dragon, and those aren't their readers, and they take like a suicide dive. And you everything you've touched, you've brought your readers along. And I of all the authors I've known in my life, you've done that, and I'm very impressed.
Oh, thank you. What you just said is always a fear. Every time I pivot, I'm like, are they going to come with me? And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. And I think voracious readers, which we are, the three of us, I know, we are willing to take a journey into almost any genre. Like, okay, if you say that's good, I'm going to go try that, So those readers, they're there for me when I pivot. But sometimes readers are very loyal to just stay like this, and that's all they read. My mother was very much that way, like she liked her historical romances and she liked suspense novels, and she did not like waver that much.
Yeah.
And there's a whole new, what I find fascinating is this whole new of reader born of 2020, right? Yeah. Like when Book Talk blew up.
Yep.
That whole era, or let me say not era, that whole new, there's a whole new generation of readers that discovered books in 2020. That's amazing to me. Yeah. From Book Talk. Yeah. And I'm like, that's amazing to me because, and they're reading everything coming out now, but I'm like, wow, there's a whole canon, there's a whole legacy prior to 2020 of so many, all the books we read, and we gushed and follow, and so if they can find me and they're finding these, Spellcast and these new books, I'm definitely humbled and grateful for that, because this whole new generation, they don't necessarily know the same legacy authors we do.
Right. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Well, we're ready for our hot seat question. Believe it or not, 20 minutes has flown.
Okay, I'm going to ask a hot seat question this time. Okay, with all the books you've read or you've written, who is the favorite hero of all that you have written?
That's why we call it hot seat.
Okay, probably one of my favorite heroes ever might be the hero, and I'm escaping his first name because names elude me, but
because you've written so many.
But it's maybe the hero in All Chained Up, because he, to me, is that it. You have your id. Like, I love that guy trapped in a dungeon, that gladiator type, that guy that's broken out of prison, the Cressley Cole guy who'll gnaw off his own hands free of manacles to get to his mate above ground. I love those kinds of heroes.
Yeah.
And for me, the hero in All Chained Up, he is, he's an ex-con. He comes right out of prison, and he met the heroine when he saved her life during a prison riot. So I'm like, yes, All day long. She's one of my favorites. Yes.
Yes.
Well, we're going to have to wrap up, but thank you so much.
Thanks.
And
So
it's
good to
great
see you.
seeing you. And we hope to see you in person soon.
Soon, yes.
Soon.
For our retreat of
Brainstorming.
where we will do all the brainstorming. Yes.
All the
Love
brainstorming.
it.
That would be great. Great to see you, Sophie.
You too.
Thanks, Sophie. And good luck.
Thank you.